Selena Gomez stands at a milestone moment. Her philanthropic initiative, the Rare Impact Fund, launched through her beauty brand Rare Beauty back in 2020, is now officially 5 years old, and the celebration has become much more than a cake and candles. It's a powerful marker of how one star's vision, paired with one partner's unwavering support, can move mountains. Tonight, we're diving deep into how Selena's journey has evolved, how her relationship with Benny Blanco has played a pivotal role, and how the Rare Impact Fund has grown from an idea into a force, changing lives, shifting conversations, and redefining celebrity purpose. From the early days, Selena didn't just want to launch another beauty brand. She wanted Rare Beauty to mean something. When she announced the Rare Impact Fund, she declared with determination that raising mental health awareness and access for young people wouldn't just be a sidebar, it would be central. Over these 5 years, we've seen her open up about her own struggles, use her platform for more than glamour, and transform that authentic vulnerability into action. On the evening of the benefit gala in Los Angeles, the lights were bright, the atmosphere full of energy, but what stood out most was the connection in the moment between Selena and her partner, the producer-songwriter Benny Blanco. When asked about how it felt to have him by her side as the fund marked its 5th anniversary, Selena paused, smiled, and said simply, "It means everything to me. It means someone truly sees the mission, stands with me, not just when it's easy, but when it matters most." That line alone drew applause. The cameras flashed, but in her eyes, you could see a quiet intensity, a lived experience, a commitment to something bigger than charts, bookings, or red carpets. Think back to the beginning. In 2020, Rare Beauty was born in tandem with the Rare Impact Fund. Selena pledged that part of every product sale would funnel into mental health resources, and she spoke about feeling not enough, feeling unheard, and recognizing that if she could share that pain, perhaps she could help someone else feel seen. The fund's public mission mobilized $100 million over its first decade to help young people gain access to mental health services and education globally. And although 5 years isn't 10 years, Selena isn't treating this as half done. Far from it. Let's pause on the fund's impact. By mid-2025, the fund had mobilized over $20 million and supported in excess of 30 nonprofit organizations spread across 5 continents. It had reached more than 2.2 million young people annually. Think for a moment about what that means. Millions of kids, teens, and young adults suddenly finding resources, tools, help, connection. Not just a social media post that says you're not alone, but real programs, real grants, real change. And Selena, walking the talk, said, "We created this fund before we created a single product. So seeing it become a resource when people actually come to our community and seek help, it's everything." Now, Benny Blanco's role in all this isn't just as a romantic partner. His support has grown into a very public statement. At the gala, when the live auction rolled around, when bids climbed and the air crackled with excitement, it was Benny who raised the paddle, who backed the mission, who made the moment. He wasn't just showing up, he was participating. Selena admitted, "Having someone who understands what I value, what this means, it gives me strength I didn't always know I needed." And when the largest bid of the night went for a cooking class with Selena and Benny themselves, topping US $76,000, there was that moment where bunkered celebrity glam met real mission-driven fundraising. They shared a smile. Selena placed her hands to her cheeks in genuine surprise. It was a statement. Mission first, glamour second. Public reaction? It's been a melody of admiration, support, and hope. On social media, fans applauded Selena not only for reaching year 5, but for doing so with authenticity. On industry fronts, peers noted, this isn't a side hustle, it's central to her identity now. And the mention of Benny being the support system clicked with many because celebrity partnerships often look perfect on Instagram, but here it looked real, raw, mission-aligned. Let's dig into the backdrop of Selena's own mental health journey because it anchors everything. She's openly spoken about anxiety, depression, and bipolar disorder. She has said she questioned, what if I'm not enough? Does this matter? Will people even hear me? At the gala, those words were played in a loop at the entrance of the event, her voice asking the very questions many of her followers ask themselves. She said, "When the voices got loud, when I felt invisible, I didn't know where to turn." But then she looked at that younger version of herself and said, "If I'm here now, it means someone else can be here later." And that, my friends, is what we built the fund for. That kind of candid confession is rare. It transforms celebrity into solidarity. And let's talk about the gala itself. It wasn't just lights and glam. It transformed the studio into a lounge-style sanctuary. Ambient lighting, music, both English and Spanish, from the Marias, guest host and comedian Jimmy Kimmel steering the evening with warmth and levity, yet respect. One of the standout moments? The wellness corner snacks. Yes, burritos, chips, guacamole, cookies, and ice cream bars, because Selena said comfort food helps when you're down, and she wanted the event to feel approachable, real. I love practicing dialectical behavioral therapy. Then I talk to my therapist, and then I eat a lot of food. That's me rewiring my brain. The crowd cheered, and you could feel the authenticity. But the 5-year mark isn't just about celebration, it's about forward momentum. Selena referenced the recent launch of the Giving Circle, allowing supporters to pledge as little as $1 a month, receiving updates, being part of the community. She said, "We don't need everyone to give a lot, we just need people to show up." And that's where Benny's support comes in again, because it sends a message. You don't have to do this alone. She identified how relationships matter, people who get the mission, who carry the values, not just the spotlight. Let's rewind for a sec. You have a big brand, you have a large audience, you have fame and fortune, but you also have a deeply personal reason to do this. And when your partner echoes that reason, recognizes it, champions it, you multiply your power. There's also irony here. A beauty brand founder walking the red carpet wearing a custom Danielle Frankel dress, Effie diamonds, cameras flashing, but the story isn't the dress, it's the dedication. Selena said, "If I fell off the world tomorrow, I hope this is the mark I've left for young people and mental health." That was her moment. And yes, fashion and celebrity sparkle were present, but the substance matched the style. Let's plan a quick pulse check on how this trajectory looks. Brand launches in 2020, 5 years later, brand valued at more than $2 billion, the fund well past $20 million mobilized, global reach, and 5 years in, entering the second half of the decade with reinforced resolve. There has been guidance too. Selena revealed at a recent summit that advice from her longtime friend, superstar Taylor Swift, helped shape how she built her team for Rare Beauty. "If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room," Swift told her. Selena said she used that to assemble mission-driven specialists around her so that Rare Beauty and the fund wouldn't just reflect her name, but reflect expertise and purpose. That kind of strategy underlies the seriousness of this initiative. It isn't a vanity project. It's a vehicle. Now let's zoom out and consider the cultural moment. In 2025, mental health isn't a niche topic. It's front page. Social media pressures, post-pandemic anxiety, Gen Z seeking authenticity. This is exactly the terrain where Rare Impact and Selena's voice resonate. She's not posing as perfect. She's saying, "I struggled. I'm still here. Let's help others." And when Benny Blanco raises a paddle, when the community shows up with $1 pledges, that message echoes. You don't have to be perfect to make an impact. Yet even as we celebrate, there's recognition that the next 5 years will be crucial. The fund's goal of $100 million isn't yet reached, but the path is clear. Selena said, "We are here every day for those kids, for those voices, for the ones who feel nobody is listening, because they are seen, they are heard, and you matter." That's not script fluff. It's the heart of the 5-year milestone. So what's next? Selena teased upcoming partnerships, expansions, deeper global work. She urged fans and followers, join us. Small contributions, big hearts, one mission. And at her side, Benny Blanco continues to show up, not just as a celebrity fiancé, but as partner in purpose. His own recent social media tributes to Selena underscored that. Together they model a kind of teamwork seldom visible in Hollywood. And as we consider her legacy, it's worth reflecting, Selena Gomez started as Disney kid, Teen pop star, actress. Now at 33, she says her proudest title may be the person who helps others feel less alone. The Rare Impact Fund turning 5 is more than a birthday. It is a checkpoint in a journey. It's proof that celebrity, when aligned with authenticity and mission, can cause ripple effects that matter. In closing, this story isn't only about Selena Gomez. It's about what happens when someone uses their spotlight to create light for others. It's about partnerships that go beyond romantic to purposeful. It's an encouragement to every viewer. You might not launch a $100 million fund, but you can show up. You can contribute. You can support something that matters. Because impact isn't measured in likes, it's measured in lives touched. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.